Welcome to competency-based interviews. A video produced by Career Care and part of our interview success series. I'm Anne McNamara, a director with Career Care. In this video, I'm going to talk through competency-based interviews, also known as competency interviews and behavioural interviews. We'll start by looking at and gaining an understanding of competency questions. Competency interviews revolve around a number of competencies and one or two motivations that the employer considers critical. Sometimes competencies are disclosed, other times they're not. When competencies are not disclosed, it is usually easy to predict what you will be asked about by reading the job description and doing other job research preparatory work. A basic competency question asks you to describe a time when you demonstrated a particular competency. Very often you'll be asked this question about each of the 5 or 6 competencies on the interview agenda. Other questions tend to seek more information about the stories you tell in order to explore your more in-depth awareness and experience. We can now deal with answering competency questions. The first thing to remember is to ensure your stories are appropriate to the level of the job. If the job is a management job, it is essential that your stories reflect that level of seniority. Almost every single interview trainer recommends the STAR framework for answering competency questions: situation, task, action you took, result you got. We go along with the STAR recommendation but suggest you use a double R, STARR. The second R stands for relevance, and it helps you direct discussion towards the job and challenges therein. That is the space where you can most impress the employer. So let's move on to overall strategy that you should adopt. Your strategy for a competence-based interview should be the same as for a traditional interview. You should try to talk more about the job and about the challenges related to the job rather than about yourself. This can be difficult to do in a competency interview, where questions are almost all about what you've done in the past. You need to understand why you should redirect discussion as much as possible from you and your past exploits to this job and the challenges and opportunities within it. You need to do this because it is the best and the fastest way to get an employer interested in you. You do this by continually referring back to the job every time you answer a question. Finish every answer with, "And I think this is relevant to this job because..." Now let us look at preparation for a competency interview. At a competency interview, you are required to tell lots of stories about what has happened to you in the past. Because of this, you really need to do an achievement list and identify all accomplishments that you've had and benefits that accrued from these. You then need to rehearse telling these stories about yourself and getting used to being able to link one of these to whatever competency you're asked about, and to never being stumped for answer. You also need to keep working on your stories, adding some drama if possible, and making sure interviewers will understand them and will be impressed by them. That is the end of this video about competency-based interviewers. However, there are several more videos in this interview success series, and I hope they're of benefit to you. If you have any queries, please email us anytime at info@careercare.ie and we will respond quickly. Bye.